I'm really excited about this. Our guest today is doing something truly extraordinary that connects science and faith. So Justin Park is a space technology expert who studied at the International Space University. So the real deal, he's the president of Cross on the Moon Coalition, a movement dedicated to putting an 8-foot cross on the moon. Justin, how you doing today?
Hey Jay, thanks for having me on.
I am so excited about this. We had talked before the show, and I said I didn't want to ask too much because I'd ask all my questions beforehand because this is really exciting. So thanks again for being with us. When and why did you decide you wanted to get a cross on the moon?
Yeah, I guess it's important to kind of step back and look at my upbringing. I'm a cradle Catholic. My family went to church every morning on Sundays, and yeah, my mother unfortunately got cancer when I was a teenager, and she passed
Oh, I'm
away.
sorry.
It was very difficult. Yeah, I didn't understand why she didn't get better after we had prayed so much. But thankfully, the Lord sent her in a dream as an angel a couple of years ago, and she helped me get back on the righteous path and find my calling, which is to put a cross on the moon. I've been working in the space industry for 15 years, and just I know that it's what I'm supposed to be doing with my life.
Wow, you've really put me to shame right now. You know, Kevin was trying to sell me some real estate on the moon, but I knew he wasn't legit. But do any countries have specific jurisdiction over the moon, or is it fair game? Anyone can put anything
There's
there.
actually laws. The Outer Space Treaty of 1967 prohibits countries from laying claim to the moon. So that's
Really?
one of the things I studied in graduate school. Yep.
Okay, well, Kevin, forget it. I'm not buying that land then, just so you know. Explain your vision, Justin, how this would work. Would a manned spacecraft go to outer space to deliver the cross? Do you have a timeline? There's just so much.
Yeah, a lot of questions to unpack there, but the first one being this would be a non-human mission. Whenever you add people, it always grows the cost exponentially. And so in order to do this in a reasonable time frame, it's going to be completely robotic. We are shooting for 2030.
Oh,
That gives us time to grow our coalition on Earth. And at the same time, it lets the commercial space companies work out some of the kinks. They're still about 50-50 on sticking the landing and not tipping over. There's a number of commercial space companies that have been successful, but it has been kind of a mixed bag. And in order to bring down our insurance premiums, we want to see a few more successes before then.
so I'm looking at the picture that's behind you. If I were on Earth, I had a telescope. Will I be able to see the cross?
Unfortunately, not. We are going to have a camera on board, though, and so you'll be able to watch the video in HD as the cross unfolds. We have to fold up the cross in order to fit it inside of the rocket fairing.
Mhm.
But yeah, there's a great video online. Otherwise, we actually have these little plastic mock-ups. We're calling them little miracles. People can get them as gifts for Christmas or first communion or confirmation. Where it's got a little button on top, and once you hit the button, it's got a mechanism where the cross unfolds. And so you can get those. They're available on our website.
And how much will this cost to do this? It must be extremely expensive.
It is pretty expensive. We're still figuring out the logistics of who we're going to fly with. Is it going to be a dedicated mission? Is it going to be a ride share? Because a lot of times you can hitch a ride with some other companies, and that way you can offset some of the costs. But yeah, we're still fundraising now. We've got about 5 years. And really, it's about growing the community as well. And that way, when the mission is successful, we'll have millions of people that feel like they were a part of it because they can be.
And how about the reaction? Because I'm thinking personally, I just think this is awesome. What's it been like when you shared your idea with priests and other religious?
Yeah, no, they think it's great. It's a new way of glorifying our Savior Jesus Christ. And I'm hoping it'll bring a lot of the new Gen Zs into the light, just because it's inspiring. It gives us hope. There's going to be a lot of new jobs created in the space industry over the next 10 years. You've got companies like Blue Origin who just landed their rocket on a barge out in the middle of the ocean last week after putting a pair of Martian probes into orbit. It's really an exciting time to be alive.
Is there a lot of stuff on the moon right now? Or is it just a few things?
There's a few things. So there's still all of the Apollo equipment. People, doubt that we've ever been to the moon. Well, all of that equipment is still there. And so, you have all of that stuff. And then there's been a number of countries, India, China, Israel, that have gone to the moon in the last 5 years. A lot of this is just happening right now.
Oh, that's great. How can people learn more about the coalition and where they can support this great work?
Yeah, sure. If you go to mooncross.org, otherwise we're on social media, Cross Coalition for Facebook or Instagram or YouTube.
And one last question. Okay, so we're going to look into the future. Do you think we'll ever get to have a mass celebrated on the moon?
Oh, I really hope so. I think, if I don't see it in my lifetime, I'll be very disappointed. Yeah.
Well, Justin, best of luck with this. That would just be so extraordinary to have this done, and I appreciate that you thought outside the box and said, I'm going to put a cross on the moon.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. Appreciate it.
Have a great day.